How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and over here we talk stocks and we focus on one thing. Always protect your profits. And today we're going to be talking about SOFI. On the Friday, we closed at $6.39. We also did see a low at $6.32. And what did I say in Thursday's video? We could possibly be around $6.36 as far as support or a possible close. So again, I wasn't too far off whatsoever. I know a lot of the haters are like, what are you talking about? How are you able to find levels, especially since we continue to make 52-week lows? And all I have to tell you, I've been going over SOFI for quite some time, looking at the chart on a daily basis. So I have good ideas in regards to where the price could go, especially when we take a look at the market conditions. I talk about it continuously in these videos, and I'm hoping that you guys are picking these things up so you have a good idea of what to expect. But you know what? I won't waste any more time. Let's jump into the agenda. If you're new to this channel, I just want to let you know we have timestamps down below inside the description. But if you're a shareholder or you're thinking about taking a position, I highly suggest you watch this full entire video. So the first thing we're going to go over is the technical analysis. We're going to be taking a look at the overall price action. We want to know support. We want to know resistance. We want to know what it looks like in the bearish case scenario and as well as in the bullish case scenario. And then we're going to be going on Fintel, taking a look at the recent institutional ownership and short interest information. The reason why this is important because it does have an impact on the way the stock performs. And then we're going to be taking a look at the order flow distribution. We want to know the buying and the selling behavior on the retail side and as well as on the institutional side. And then when all of that is done, we're going to be going into the final thoughts and as well as some more details. So let's get to it. So we're going to do a technical analysis for SOFI. Let's see how it performed on Friday. So it ended up closing at $6.39, being down 3.18%. On the low, it tested $6.32, and then on the high, testing $6.68. When we take a look at the volume stats on the day, you can see we traded at 45.592 million shares, and the average volume over 10 trading days is at 47.503 million shares. So we did have below the average in regards to volume, and we've seen a slight pullback in the stock. Now, when we take a look at our chart, which is a daily chart, you can see from the RSI down below, it is at 28.89. And then when we take a look at our moving averages here on the chart, we are below the 200-day, the 100-day, the 50-day, and as well as the 21-day EMA. So it's clear to see that SOFI is in a bear market, trading below all of our major moving averages and being on the downtrend, and it continues to make further 52-week lows. So we ended up showing support at $6.32. If you guys remember what I said in my previous video, don't be surprised if we go down to around $6.36. We closed the day at $6.39, so not too far off whatsoever. So for this coming week, if we continue to see weakness inside of these markets, don't be shocked if you see SOFI testing right at $6. This is not far off whatsoever. And would buyers be stepping in? Hey, that's what I would want to see, especially since the RSI is looking well beaten up right now in that oversold territory. But of course, it could continue to dip, but that is just something that you want to be cognizant about, because I would really love to see us go down to $6 and have another bounce back up. And that would look like as far as us getting back to $7. The high of the day on the Friday was at $6.68. So if we could break through this level, we should be able to get to at least $7. And upon getting to $7, if we can continue that momentum, it would be great to get back to the 21-day EMA, which is at $8.01. Let's just call it $8. Holding support here, having buyers stepping in, that's where I want to see we can make that move prior to earnings, most preferably to the 50-day moving average at $9.52. So that would be a move I'd want to look forward to, and especially on top of that, we would be filling up the gap to the upside, which is around $8.50 as well. So let's see how the stock performs for this coming week. Let's move on to the short interest information. So we're going to take a look at the recent institutional ownership and short interest information for SOFI. Scrolling down on the page, green rows indicate new positions, while red rows indicate closed positions. So when we take a look at the recent filings here, we have for April the 22nd a closed position from Exane Derivatives, and then we also have Game Plan Financial Advisors LLC that purchased 21,400 shares, and then we also have Zavov Associates LLC that purchased 150,000 shares as well. And then when we take a look at the short interest The off exchange short volume ratio is at 39.62%. And then for the off exchange short volume, it is just over 8.27 million shares. Scrolling down further on the page, the short shares availability is at 900,000, updated 12 minutes ago. And then for the short borrow fee rate, it is at 1.88%. When we take a look at the history of the short volume, you can see for the close of the 21st, it was at 53.75. And then for the close of the 22nd, being at 39.62. So that is a significant decrease right there. But one thing that is clear, especially when we take a look at the short interest percentage of the float being at 17.96%, SOFI does have short squeeze potential. Now let's move on to the order flow distribution. Now let's take a look at the order flow distribution for SOFI. So we see on the inflow, it's at 53.05 million, and then on the outflow, it's at 55.71 million. So we had an outflow day. Taking a look at the breakdown, on the large, it was 0.56 million. On the medium, it was 36.42 million, and then on the small, it was 16.07 million. Taking a look at the outflow side, you can see on the large, it was 0.63 million. On the medium, it was 40.35 million. And then on the small, it was 14.73 million. Taking a look at the large scale orders in the last 5 days for April the 22nd, so the Friday that passed, it was at negative 0.07 million, and on the 21st, it was negative 2.6 million. Analyzing the numbers even further for the small scale orders that tend to represent the retail side, you could see that we had more buying than we had selling. And then when we take a look at what happened on the medium, we had more selling than we had buying. And then when we take a look at the large, which represents whales, institutions, and funds, we had more selling than we had buying. And then taking a look at the turnover ratio, it was at 5.50%. So no surprises there, knowing that SOFI is a stock that trades at relatively high volume. I know I say this continuously in my SOFI videos, but that is just the case. And we know as far as the downtrend we've been seeing inside of the market, and also getting the recent updates in regards to their guidance for 2022, that we could see as far as for overall market sentiment, it has been negative, and we're seeing a lot of selling pressure. So let's go into the final thoughts, and we'll go over some more details as well. So for my final thoughts for SOFI, when it comes to the price action, we are continuing to make 52-week lows, and seeing that we got down to $6.32, if this level does break, especially for this coming week, there is a strong possibility we can get down to around $6.15, and if that level doesn't hold, I'd want to see support hold up at $6. I think people would want to buy in even more, because we also have to take a look at what's happening fundamentally. So far, SOFI is doing well, and even though they did give us an update in regards to their guidance for 2022, I feel nothing has really changed that much. So all of this selling pressure that we are having is just a reaction to what's going on inside of the market. So that's why I said, if you are a long-term investor, do your homework, do your due diligence, and then look at getting into the play, because the further it pulls back, I think it does provide an opportunity, especially if you're willing to hold this stock. If you're looking for a reversal, a bullish move to the upside for this coming week, we need to get back to $7. That's number one. And then number two, getting back to $8. And we know we have a gap that needs to be filled right around $8.50. They do have earnings that is around the corner as well. So if we see a turnaround inside of these markets, then I can see SOFI making a really big move. But if we don't get that, or if we decide to actually consolidate and being above $7, that's not a bad look as well, especially for finishing off the week. So what I want to see from SOFI, it doesn't really matter to me. I'm a long-term investor, but as far as trading on the momentum of the stock, I haven't been doing that, and I haven't done that for quite some time. But I know there's many of you that watch this channel that like to trade off of it on a daily basis, and you've been able to take advantage of the movement to the downside as well. But for my investors out there, again, do not put any money into this play whatsoever if you're not willing to load up on the dip. I want to make sure I'm clear about that, because I'm seeing a lot of comments coming down inside of the comment section. People are saying, well, you know what, I bought into this stock and now it's dipping. Why is this happening? Blah, 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 blah. Again, if you are an investor, you should be seeing this as an opportunity to add. You shouldn't be frustrated. You shouldn't be angry. You have high conviction. You have the opportunity to add more money into the play and maximize that upside later on. But if you are concerned about the short-term swings on the stock that you're in, then you shouldn't have been taking an investment in the first place. You should have made a trade. And if you were taking a trade, you would have used the right risk management and you would have got out of the play and moved on to something else. I just want to make sure I'm being very clear about that, because I know at this time in the market, there's a lot of fear, there's a lot of uncertainty, there's a lot of people who are disgruntled because they have stocks that are going down. Again, this is just a part of the process. Also, when we went on Fintel, taking a look at the recent institutional ownership, we could see institutions are loading up on shares, and there also is a good amount of hedging, and also there are many who are reducing their positions. And then when we took a look at the short interest information, SOFI does continue to have short squeeze potential. There's a lot of shorts who are invested in this play. So the moment we have a turnaround inside of the market, or maybe we get a strong catalyst, then we can look forward to a strong move to the upside. Like I've been saying, earnings is right around the corner and the market picks up and we have some sort of a rally going into earnings. It could be very interesting and we can actually get to filling into that gap at around 850. But again, it all depends on how low we go and how the market reacts for this coming week. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll be talking real soon, and I also can't wait to see how the stock performs as well. We'll talk soon.